Hello students, good morning. Today I am discussing about a new topic of chapter 1 data pandas series. Data frame, the few concept of data frame, how to create data frame, how to find a particular value, a particular column, a particular rows using log, ilog, we already discuss. But today I am discussing about another concept of pandas series. We already know about 1D array. 1D array means this is a single row or we can say a single column. But in NumPy array, all value must be a numerical type. It may be integer or maybe float value. But in Pandas series, it also looks like a one-dimensional array. But in this, we can store a set of same data type values. We can also store the strings, more than one string in a pandas series, and we can also perform so many things, but we can't perform so many things using numpy function. But in when you convert this 1D array or 2D array into pandas series or pandas data frame, so we have more power and we can perform so many things using this pandas concept. Pandas provide two types of main thing: pandas series and pandas data frame. Pandas data frame we already discussed. In this concept we can store our data in a table format, but here I am discussing about pandas series. In this concept we can store our data, means a set of values in a particular row or particular column, but it may be single row or single column. So you can say, what is a pandas series? Pandas series is like a one dimensional array like structure with homogeneous data. Homogeneous data means we can store same kind of data. We cannot change its size after creation, but we can change its value using strings. Means after creation we cannot increase the size of a panda series, but we can change the stored value using index value. It also support forward and backward index accessing and slicing operation, which are already used in list, array, or in string uh, concept. Means this is looks like a one dimensional array. So all operation which we are already discussing, slicing, indexing, backward indexing, forward indexing, this concept same to same we can use in pandas series. So don't worry, we can store only a single row, a set of value of same data types. We cannot store different kind of values in one pandas series. Means suppose a value in set of values, one value integer and another second value is float and another third value is string. So we cannot store different kind of data in a one pandas series. We can store only same kind of data in a one pandas series. If you want to store different kind of data, we can use data frame concept of pandas library. Okay, this time I am show you how to create a pandas series using different kind of Python concept. Here you can see the syntax of pandas series. Pandas dot series, opening bracket, data comma index comma dt type comma copy and bracket closing. This is our syntax. This is our, we can also say this is series, pandas series is a method which is useful to create, to store set of value of same data type. Here we have so many methods to create a pandas series. but here I am discussing four types of Python concept. Using this Python concept, we can create pandas series. Suppose first you can see using list. We already know about list. In square bracket we can store our data, more than one value we can store. Using scalar value. Scalar value means a single value which can be repeat many times. Using numpy by 1D array. We already know about numpy by 1D array. This numpy by 1D array will convert into a pandas series. And using this pandas series, we can perform so many things which cannot be performed in 1D numpy by array. And last thing, we can also use our dictionary concept to store a pandas series values. So we have at least four types of Python concept which can convert into a pandas series. First you can see using list. This is a very simple thing because here I am store only a single row of a particular set of value. So for this purpose we can use a list concept. List, you already know list always use square bracket because a set of value we can store in this list. Here a single list convert into pandas series. Okay student, here I am using import pandas SPD. You always keep in mind when we deal with pandas series or data frame, we always use this line at the top of Python program, import pandas SPD. So, and next thing is list. List is our simple variable. Here I am storing some integer set of values is equal to square bracket 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. This is a list. But this list will convert into pandas series. So here I am using S. S is our series variable is equal to PD dot series. PD means pandas library variable dot series. Series our method. Last time we have used PD dot data frame. Last time we have already used np dot array. So different kind of purpose we can use different kind of method. Here I am using pandas series. So here I am using PD dot series, but here I am passing list because list variable have a set of values 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15, and this list convert into pandas series and all value stored in S. We can simply display this value print S. You can see here first 0. 0 is our index. Always index start with 0. In 0 index value is 11, in 1 11, 12, in 2 13 and 3 14 and 4 15. So this is our using this list concept we can create a pandas series. So you can see next time you can see this above code we can use without list variable directly as follows. You can see here I am using a variable list is equal to in square bracket 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We can skip this statement. We can directly pass this value in PD dot series method. So we can save our one line statement. We can save our one line statement. You can see above the same code above code we can return S. S is equal to PD dot series. And directly we can use 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15 because in square bracket the list concept we are using here, but we cannot use here list variable. We directly pass the whole list values here, you can see, and so our one statement is reduced. So same thing we can using list variable, or we can use directly pass the set of value and print as the output is same. So this thing is very beneficial. We can directly use the list set of constant value and directly we can use PD dot series in method. So this is our shortcut. Okay. Now here I am using scalar value. Scalar value means a single constant value we will repeat. Here we must use index is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. In this concept, when you use a scalar value which will repeat, we must use index is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. How many times we want to repeat this particular value inside series function. Okay, here I'm taking one example. Here you can say import pandas is PD, we know very well. Data is equal to 15. Here I'm using only single value because scalar value concept I am using here to repeat this value. Here you can say s is equal to pd dot series, we already know. Here I'm using data store 15. Okay, comma index is equal to 0 1 2 3 4. Here index is important. Here index is if I'm not using the state index statement, so only 0th position one value store 15, but I want to store the 15 in many times, so starting from 0 and 1 2 3 4 5, we can say at least 5 times the 15 will repeat. So index is equal to, in square bracket, 0 1 2 3 4 always use in scalar value concept. So you can see when you print as, so we have the 15 in 0 position, in 1 position, second, third and fourth, or the same above code we directly use without data variable. So the above code we can use. Here I'm using a string constant. Suppose I have a name, I want to repeat this name using a scalar value concept. So directly I'm using s is equal to pd dot series ram, or any integer or float value which you want to repeat using the scalar value concept you can use. Or here index is equal to always use how many times it will repeat, starting from 0 and stop we can decide. Here I'm using 0 1 2 3 4, means total 5 times. Here you can see print s, so this is 0 1 2 3 4. So this value required. So using this scalar concept, we can also store a single value and repeat many times using a index 1 2 3 4, and we can decide our stop next position how many times we want. So we have two things, using list concept, using scalar value concept, we can create a panda series. Another same thing we can perform using numpy 1D array, but numpy according to name it will store only a set of integer value, or it can be stored a set of float value or decimal value. But here I am using np.array method. So we already know np.array method is important to create a 1D one dimensional array. Here you can see, here first list convert into 1D array and then 1D array convert into pandas series. So here you can see import pandas as PD, we already know. Import numpy was a name and as np. Here is important because I am using np.array concept to store this one dimensional numpy data into a pandas series variable. So here you can see r, this is our array variable, and here I am using np.array method and store 11 12 13 14 and 15. So this is our one dimensional numpy array, but this one dimensional numpy array will convert into series. So directly I am using s is our series variable is equal to pd dot series, we know very well, but in bracket you can see arr variable is arr. The nature of arr is a numpy by one dimensional array. So we can directly convert 1D numpy array into panda series. The output is same. Here 0, 11, 1, 12, 2, 13, 14 and 15. And same above code we can use without r variable. Directly as follows. So r is equal to numpy dot array. This statement need not to write every time. We can skip this statement. We can reduce one statement. We can use shortcut. You can directly use s is equal to pd dot series np dot array in bracket 11 12 13 14 and 15. So we directly pass the np dot array method, and in this method we can use list concept. So here you can see list convert into 1D array, 1D array convert into panda series. Finally you can see the same value, we can see 0, 11, 1, 12, 13, 14 and 15. So we can also use a list concept, scalar concept, and np.array concept to store a set of values. Here we can also use dictionary concept to convert this dictionary into pandas series. So we already know in dictionary we always use curly bracket. In curly bracket a colon always use before colon always we can use key, and after colon we always use value. This is a basic concept of dictionary, and this concept will use to store a set of value in pandas series. So this dictionary convert into a pandas series. This is a very simple thing. Here import pandas as a pd. This is we already know. Here I am using dict variable. Dict variable is equal to curly braces because we are using dictionary concept. 0 is our key. In dictionary we never use the word index, we always use the word key. In 0 colon 11, in 0th key the value is 11, comma, because we have a number of values, so I am using comma 1 is our second key value. Here we cannot say 1 is our index, but in dictionary we can always use key. In 1 colon 12, the key is 1, the value is 12, comma 2 colon 13. 2 is our key, 13 is respective value, comma 3 colon 14. 3 is our key and 14 is our value, and comma 4 colon 15. 4 is our key and 15 is respective value. So this is our dictionary concept, we already know, but this dictionary convert into pandas series. So here I am using pd.series in bracket dict or pd, as we will print the same result. We can say 0, 11, 1, 12, 13, 14 and 15. So we can also use our dictionary concept, but the structure of dictionary concept you always keep in mind. Key then value, key then value. Then we can convert this pandas, this dictionary into pandas series. This code we can use without dict variable directly. We can deduce our one statement. So the same above code we will write in this method. Directly we can use s is equal to pd.series in small bracket. Directly we can use our dictionary constants in curly braces. 0 colon 11 comma 1 colon 12 2 colon 13 3 colon 14 4 colon 15 and print s. So you can see the same result we will see 0 11 1 12 2 13 3 14 and 15. So we have 4 type of Python concept, and this Python concept will be used for to create a pandas series. We can use list concept, scalar value concept, numpy by 1D array and dictionary concept, and we can use these 4 type output. Directly we can use and to reduce our one statement. But here last thing I want to discuss here. Here one thing you notice, in pandas series the default index always start with 0 and stop according to our data. But here is new facility in NumPy. You already see we cannot change the index values. We cannot suppose 0 1 2 3. This is index, but we cannot change this index according to our choice. Here is a limitation in NumPy 1D or 2D array, but this limitation overcome by using pandas series or pandas data frame concept. We can change the index according to our user defined index. Here is a new thing. We can change the index according to our user defined, our choice index. How could you do it? You can see in all following example, one can change default index according to our choice. We can use we can say default index always start with 0 and so on, we know very well, but I have to change default index value 0 1 2 to 101 102 103. Here the index 0 1 2 we can change according to our index 101 102 103, but we must use index is equal to in square bracket and user defined index statement inside series function. This is important. We always use index is equal to our user defined index in pandas series method. So here I am giving some example. You can see here list is equal to 11 12 13, we know very well. S is equal to pd.series, we have already know. List in bracket list we already know, comma. Here I am using index is equal to 101 102 103. This is a new thing. This statement we can use for to change default index into our user defined index. You can see our output here 101 and 11, here 102 12, here 103 13. So you can see here 0 1 2 index not appear because we can change this index according to our user defined values. So this is a new thing. So always use this statement index is equal to in square bracket and user defined index we can use. So in this list concept we can also use this concept in our scalar value concept. Here I am using s.p.series bracket 15. This is our single constant value which we want to repeat more than one time. So index here I am defined according to our choice 101, 102 and 103. So this is our index. So you can see in output in 101 position the value is 15, in 102 position the value is 15, 102 position value is 15. Okay, in numpy array numpy 11 12 13 we already know, and this convert into in array a variable into panda series. S is equal to pd.series and bracket array. This part we already know, but here is new thing, comma index is equal to 101, 102, 103. This will change index according to our user defined or according to our choice index. So here output is 101 11, 102 12, 103 13. Here 0 1 2 index will not appear because we can replace according to our choice. This is the major facility which provided by panda series or data frame, and this facility will never available in our 1D array or 2D array. So we can change index according to our choice. Last thing is dictionary. Dictionary, here you can see dictionary is equal to 101. Last time I am using dictionary 0 colon 11, 1 colon 12. This is default index, but here I am using 101 key colon 11 comma 102 colon 12. So this key default index, instead of default index we can use our a choice index 101 colon 11, 102 colon 12, 103 colon 13, and s is equal to pd.series. This method we already know. Here I am using dictionary variable dict, we already know, but here is I am using comma index. So in above code dict is equal to 101, 102, 103. This index copy and paste here. Index is equal to 101, 102 and 103. The same thing we can write here and print s. So you can see our user defined index 101, 11, 102, 12, 103, 13. So these are a very simple topic. The same thing we can perform in very different way using list, scalar, using numpy 1D array, dictionary. Here new thing is we can change the index according to our choice. 101, 102, 103 is a numerical index. We can also use our string type index. We can use A, B, C, D also here, but in single quotes. We will discuss in after some session. Okay. So this is our panda series creation. So we can build a single row with a set of value using list, scalar value, numpy 1D array and dictionary. Okay, here you can see panda series indexing. This thing we already know because indexing we already know already used in list, in string, in 1D array. The same thing is here. The same forward index and backward index concept here. But here is a panda series and data frame to access row and column. We can use loc and iloc concept. Here one thing is important. Loc and iloc never use in numpy in list and string, but loc and iloc to access row and column and any other thing of panda series or data frame we can use loc and iloc. So here I am showing some example how can you can see using default index. This is a simple thing 0 1 2. This is our forward index, we know very well. Here I am taking one example to clear this concept. 11, 12, 13 values we know. Backward index we already know, -3, -2, -1. This the same thing we already used in list, our string, and in our 1D array. The same thing here in Pandas series we can use. So you can see I am taking a simple example. S is equal to pd dot series in bracket. We can here I am using the list concept, and 11, 12, 13 and print s. So this is a very simple example. Here you can see the output 0, 11, 1, 12 and 2, 13. This is a forward indexing. Okay, but here I want to display each and every value using forward index concept. So you can see s is equal to p dot series 11, 12, 13. Here I am using s in square bracket 0. So in 0th position the value is 11. S is s of 1, the value is 12. S of 2, the value is 13. So this accessing of each value in NumPy 1D array, the same thing here we can use. The output is 11, 13. But this code, the same thing we can use using iloc. Here I am using the iloc. Iloc means integer location, but here I am using backward index concept. So you can use s.iloc in square bracket -3, s.iloc -2, -1. In -3 position we can use, see the value is 11, -2, 12 and -3 1. So the iloc concept is useful to access backward index using Pandas series. So iloc, this is a new thing to access the backward index. Here I am using okay, but we can change the default index. We already know default index is 0, 1, 2. Here I am using A, B and C. For 0 index we can, here I am using A. For 1 here I am using B, and 2 here I am using C. Forward index and values is 11, 12, 13, and backward index -3, -2, -1. So here I am using this. So we can change the default index according to our choice. Here I am using ABC. Last time I have used 101, 102 and 103. So here you can see S is equal to PD dot series 11, 12, 13, comma index. Here comma is equal to index is important because here I am changed the default index according to our choice. Here I am using A, B, C. In A the value is 11, in B the value is 12, in C position the value is 13, and when you print S you can see here A, B, C. Index use A, 11, B, 12, 3, 13. Here not 1, 2, 3 appear because I have changed in 0, 1, 2, 3 index in ABC. Okay. Suppose I want to display this each and every value using our 0, 1, 2 style or ABC style. We can use both things. So here I am using S of in square bracket the value is 11, S of B the value is 12, S of C the value is 13. Here single quotes is important because here I am using, because this is a string index, so single quotes is important to access each and value, and we can use our older style print S of 0, 1, 2, 3 also. Okay, if we want to, here I am using label string index or I want to use the backward index concept. So here I am using iloc -3, -2 and -1. In backward index we cannot change, only forward index we can change according to our choice. So you can see -3, 11, 12 and 13. So we can access each and every value using iloc, and here I am using changing the default index into our user defined label index. So this is a new thing. Okay, the last topic I want to share with you, Pandas series arithmetic operation. This is very simple. We already discussed in our NumPy addition and subtraction. You can see here I am using import pandas as PD, import NumPy as NNP. S is equal to PD dot series in bracket I am using 2, 4, and in S1 I am using PD dot series 1 comma 2. So this is our list concept, but I want to add this value. Suppose I am writing s is equal to s pen. All the value of s will add to all the value of s1 1 2. So you can say 2 plus 1 3, 4 plus 2 6. So here I am using to add value of s1 s and s1 using arithmetic expression. S1 plus S2, this is our arithmetic expression. Here I am using S dot add in bracket S1. So the output is same. The output is same 3 and 6, but the style is changed. To add value of S and S1 in another way using pandas add function. This is we can use here pandas function S dot add n. We can same thing we can perform using np dot add method. S1 comma S1 we already discussed in last session 3 6 2 plus 1 and 4 plus 2 6 to add values S and S1 in another way using numpy add function. Here you can see a single constant I want to add in S panda series. So S plus 3, so value is 2 or 4. Then S plus 3 means 2 plus 3 and 4 plus 3. So 5 7 to add 3 value of every element of S using vector operation. This is called vector operation. And the only single value we will add using the numpy add method, numpy dot add S comma 3. So all the 5 and 7 output, and to add 3 value of every element of S using scalar numpy. So you can see the output is same, but to get this output, the same statement we can use S plus S1, or we can also use S dot add S1, or we can also use np dot add to add a single value to a single data frame. We can use S plus 3, or we can also use np dot add. We can also perform subtract, multiply, division, mod and remainder operation. So our arithmetic expression we can perform in pandas series, but this is important. In the total number of rows of pandas series 1 and total number of rows in pandas series 2, the same size is important. Here last thing I want to discuss, this thing already discussed in our data frame. The same thing I want to revise, or I want to discuss in the data series concept. You can see here I am using import pandas spd s is equal to pd dot series 2 comma 4 comma 6. So this is our list, and list converted into pandas series. Here I am using s dot size. S dot size means total number of element 3. Here I am using s dot shape. So because here only one row and one column, so the output is 3 comma 3. Here we can say this is your total number of element. Here I am using s dot ndim because this is a single row. So always single row, only one axis. So we can say dimension only one dimension. S dot values. So the values, all values 2 4 6. A dot axis. So here the index start from 0 1 2. S dot data types. All the 2 data type, the 4 6, all is integer values. So you can say integer 64. In our data type 64 is number of bits to store each and every value. Memory location we can say s dot sum 12, s dot max 6, s dot min 2, s dot count 3, and here s dot var means variance. To calculate variance of 2 4 6 is 4, and std means standard deviation. The standard deviation concept we already used in 11th class. You know very well. I have taken a set of values and we calculate standard deviation. But here we can directly use std function to see directly the output. We need to calculate here. S.std will give the result 2. Last time I have used s-dos describe. It will display the so many staticals, means count, max, mean, 25%, 55%, 75%, and maximum value. We already discussed in our data frame concept. So the same functions, size, shape, ending values, axis, dt types, sum, max, mean, count, word, std, and describe, we already used in data frame concept, and the same thing we already used in our series concept. So today I am discussing about how to create a series using different context, how to show each and every value using indexing, forward, backward indexing, and default index method or user defined index method. Or we can simply say the same thing, the arithmetic operation of Panda series, and the basic information I will get using different kind of Panda series method. Okay, thank you students.